And so it has begun. First breakoff. Pretty TV-esque breakoff, I'd say. I think she's got a really nice snooker. I don't know if anything's on, actually.
And the run back to bulk is looking very tricky. Hello there up in Canada to Snooker Canada. Thanks for tuning in. We'll pass along all your good wishes to all the players. That comes when you have a good breakoff shot. She's left a tough red to the middle, but I think ngonyee is going to elect to play safe here. Slowly those reds will get dislodged. Yeah, ngonyee has definitely quite the resume. She was on the pro tour, so she's fighting hard to get back there. As I said in the opening, she is 3 times women's world champion, 3 times women's masters champion, and 4 times UK women champ. So definitely she knows what to do when she gets to the table. Jaique has had some success a few years back. She's took a little break from the game, but has come back and played quite strong. Is actually ranked 30th in the world on the women's side.
Wow, look at that pot.
That shows confidence and great angle on the blue to get into the red. So let's see what ngonyee can do with this.
So much more fun watching the pros in person, especially when you can see the acceleration they put on the ball. But for some reason, TV doesn't do it right for me. I don't know why, but when you see the stroke live in person, we saw the Luca Purcell exhibition last weekend. It's a different understanding. I don't know what it is.
It's true as well, like just how softly they shoot.
Yeah, it's not about speed, right?
No, it's really control. And well, these tables are in fantastic condition. All you guys here at Ox have just really stepped up your game, and we have world-class conditions with these star tables.
Well, ngonyee with a chance here, and she's looking pretty good. Taking this bottom red out of the bunch, I think, next. Full forward, opens up a few more reds.
Yeah, she didn't just keep her composure. I'd almost say that this probably frame is hers. Like there's,
I mean, we've seen her clear up from here for sure. It's really this one, once she clears this red, that's kind of just to the left of the pack on its own. Everything else kind of opens up quite nicely, I'd say. Yeah, played for that one. Oh, did she cluster them though? She might have to go into the pack one more time.
22.
True, probably going to just use the cushion here to come on to the black. Or maybe actually pink into the side, actually.
Yeah, pink in the middle is nice because then she might be able to set up for one of these reds. Especially if it's on, but I don't know. It's a natural way, I guess, also to kind of split them. If she can run off of some of the reds and play for the pink again. Depends on the angle, really.
Good to hear that Keith Butler is tuning in all the way from Birmingham, England. And hello to David Press. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And sometimes we get carried away because we're such fluent in the game, Christian and I, that we forget that sometimes we have some new fans there. So if you do have any questions, feel free to ask us. You know, even if it's a simple one like how much that black is worth, we know that's 7 points, and you'll see these players wanting to hang around that ball a lot because that's where you can really make a dent into the scorecard. Very nice stun shot there. Kind of going into a semi-blind shot here. As with this black, she Can see a little bit of corner of her eye. It's just a little bit more tricky, just needs a little extra care. Fantastic shot. I was actually talking to Matt Hewitt, who is one of the tournament directors, along with Diana Schuler, of this great event. Visit in Canada before he came down here. And he was telling me that ngonyee is when they arrived here, they would come into the room and do 6 hours of practice each day leading up. So ngonyee is definitely really focused. That black one a little bit out of position. Putting her onto a long red, and unfortunately she wasn't able to make it there. So let's see what Jaique can do with this opportunity.
Is her first real chance right at the table? Is this green on? It's actually, sorry, she's on a red, right? Red to the middle. It's going to be kind of a risky shot. She's probably going to play safe behind the yellow, I imagine.
Yeah, maybe just taking this red to the top right corner.
Maybe go for the plant.
Ooh. Maybe just a little first frame nerves, but completely legal. Obviously, jump shots are not a preferred choice in this game. Actually, they are fouls if you don't hit, but that little pop up there, but it still hit the red, so it was okay.
Excellent.
Nice shot.
Good. Excellent pot.
So ngonyee back at the table. ngonyee and Jaique, they're great friends, both coming to us from Hong Kong. But when you're on the table, there's no friends. You just got to be ruthless, cutthroat, and playing for the victory if you want to host the trophy come Sunday night.
Ramil in the chat. How's it going, Ramil? Saying, come on, Hong Kong. Yeah, this is actually the Hong Kong group, right?
That's correct, yeah. Francis Chow, who lives here in Seattle. Was he originally from Hong Kong?
Yeah, she's originally from Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I think Ramil has a safe bet there. If you're a betting person, if you want to bet on Hong Kong winning this match, you should be okay.
I think you should be fine, yeah. Even winning the group, I think. 'Cause it's the three of them, and I think we only had one drop in the tournament, so that group is now 3 players large, all from Hong Kong. Quite interesting.
And all very strong players. Definitely ngonyee and Jaique, but Francis is getting there, and I remember coming down here for one of my first tournaments, the Seattle Open, and Francis was in it, finding her way, but she's really improved and really grabbed this game by the threshold, so it's nice to see. Unfortunately, Miss Pink has left an open red for Jaique, so let's see if she can get back into this first frame.
So, first real chance for her really in this frame, right? Because the last pot into the middle or playing safe was going to be awfully tough. Definitely enough points to catch up in this as well. In with a chance, as some might say.
Yes, Chuck, I must say, Christian and I both actually were over at the Crucible this year. And if you are a fan of snooker, there's no other place in the world to be. It is pretty much nirvana over there come late April, early May. Lots of great snooker, lots of great snooker fans that you can mingle with from throughout the world. So I'd say put it on your list, save up those pennies. And I know one little trick some people like sometimes look on the websites and like, oh, there's all the tickets are sold out. but they have to wonder that sometimes this thing happens over there, that players or people buy a lot of tickets, and then maybe they're watching, and Ronnie O'Sullivan unfortunately doesn't make it to a next round, so they kind of resell their tickets. So tickets do become available.
That was a fortunate, I guess, thing that we saw. We ended up getting a match for, I believe, the final. We ended up getting into the room for the Mark Selby 147 against Luca Brissell.
Wow, you lucky dog.
Yeah,
we were just
amazing.
watching it in the press room. Actually, the great Michael McMullen from Ireland. It was about, I think there were 2 reds that had gone down and 2 blacks. And Michael's like, I think the 147 is on. And sure enough, Mark Selby did that for the very first 147 in a World Championship final.
Yeah, incredible stuff.
Nice rush shot there by ngonyee. But can't take anything away from Canada's own Cliff Thorburn with the first 147 at the Crucible Theatre. So ngonyee with a 56-point advantage, and there's 65 on the table, or 67, my apologies. So more reds and colors to seal the frame here. So she's got the frame now. There's 1 snooker required. So I think this is going to be the first frame for ngonyee. She has a 77 to 7 advantage.
Wow, what a pot there. Tight middle pockets here at Ox as well. Believe this isn't in the group stage. There is a rule as well that they're going to be playing to a certain lead, right?
I believe so. I believe yes, Chuck, I'm definitely aware that the governing body over there, World Snooker, is taking an eye over here on North Canada. There was a rich history with the likes of Cliff Thorburn, 1980 world champion, Kirk Stevens, famously with that white suit when he made a 147, and who could forget Big Bill Werbenick, who pretty much drank Canada dry. Was his thing. That's actually, I think, a documentary in the works about Bill, and that's aptly titled "The Man Who Drank Canada Dry," because he was not afraid of any lager that was in front of him. Nice safety shot there by ngonyee to combat the breakoff by Jaique. Might be a little pacey here.
This red might leak out. It's going to leave a shot. Yeah, pot is on, I think, for this red. Left corner pocket. There's a nice shot of Dave Daly, a referee there in the back, doing the good work.
This little drag shot to hold for that black.
Excellent speed.
And there's a few open reds that you can start chipping away with this black. So This is kind of where the difference sort of happens between the pro and the amateurs. When the pro gets into the balls, they really punish you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Carl, good to hear from you. He runs the Rochester Snooker Academy. Or no, it's In the Pocket.
In the Pocket.
Thank
yeah,
you.
It's in Rochester, Washington. In the Pocket Snooker Academy. Carl Hancock in the Facebook chat saying hello. Says, say hi to Peter Kwan for me. Played some snooker last night at our club. On his way up to the tournament. Sounds good. We'll have to say hello. A little bit of hampered queuing on this red. It's going to be tough.
She might be taking this red into the left top corner pocket and running up the bulk.
Yeah, 147 was on. We all like to see that, but unfortunately, there was not going to be easy from that position after that black. Just came a little bit short. So they are playing 3 full frames, right? So I believe it's not just a best of 3, but it is an entire 3 full frames for this group stage. It's a little bit different format than last year. But I guess having this be a 3-day event instead of just a 2-day event helps give us more time to stage.
Was it 2 days last year? I thought it was
There might have been 3, yeah, actually. I don't know.
It was 3?
Yeah, if it was 3, then yeah, makes a lot of sense.
We'll just have to see what our statisticians say in the chat room.
Look at that pot. Oh, hold on. It looks awfully tight.
It's tough.
Screen. Oh, man, I don't know. I'd say I delegate to yes. You know, just these camera angles can be deceiving. So when in doubt, I always feel like the answer is yes. Dave Daly looking in just to make sure. Foul here.
When in doubt, I trust the player, as they have the best best sight on it.
Simon Barker in the Facebook chat saying hello, hello. Great venue, great owner. Host Mike Dominguez promoting snooker in the U.S. and great commentator David Burney here in the booth.
Oh, thank you very much, Simon. You make me blush, and now it's my turn because, ooh, missed the black there.
Yeah, so it wasn't on. So I think we're going to get a respot most likely here.
Like, there are table mechanics, and then there are Simon Barker, that's for sure. The man is a miracle worker. Check out his website. Simon, feel free to put a link up on the chat. Because Simon does, there's a great video of Simon of the work of just replacing and getting a little bit of thread that was forcing a cue ball to make some funny direction. Dave kind of was looking a little bit our way to just see about respotting that red.
It looks pretty close to me, actually, based on our video view. Yeah, it looks pretty dead on, I'd say.
Just done it again.
Oh, just barely went past.
Yeah, we'll have to tell Dave we're kind of sometimes busy describing material that sometimes finding where balls are is more referee job, right?
I'm just thinking for seconds, so it's 2 is the second miss.
But it's all working together to create a great experience and a fair experience for all players.
Okay.
So I think Dave wants to just double check with us.
Yeah, it looks good to me, I think. Oh, did catch the black that time. Just barely.
So the best of 3 marker on the score sheet there. They will play all 3 frames as, you know, even though you lose maybe 2-1, that 1 frame really might help you out to get into the knockout round that starts tomorrow afternoon. But if you win a match 3-0, it's a good idea, good mantra to have.
Oh, just caught that point of that draw. Just leave a shot on. Yep, pot is on. If not,
Should be a good shot to get onto the blue. And great to hear from our good friend Stephen Wong, last year's U.S. national champion. And we'll be all descending down to Embassy Billiards.
yeah, it's going to be an amazing event. U.S. Nationals coming up in September 1st through 4th. I hear Dave Burney's going to be in the booth for that one too. It's going to be a good one.
True, and I believe Christian Youngers is going to be helping out doing all his techie gadgetry.
Yeah,
So
maybe a little bit of stuff in the background. No big deal.
hope you guys all like what we do, because we're happy to be here and definitely looking forward to be in La La Land as the U.S. Nationals goes Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
He might have been third,
Third
place.
Yeah,
'cause
third place.
I think it was
That's right.
CCU and Varun Junajay.
Yeah, that's right. They had doubleheader matchup again. That's right.
Yeah. CC won the first Seattle Snooker Open back in 2022. And then it was a rematch this past March for CC.
Become a grinder once you get to these reds on the left part of the table, but at least a chance to score some points, put some pressure on ngonyee.
Well, some of these more higher ranked players, you really see a really pronounced delay in their backswing.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely when we come to our next match with Mink, she really holds it back there. You pretty much feel like you could read a book. She leaves it so long in the backswing and then delivers a perfect strike through the cue ball.
Yeah, it's all about that transition. Especially in the game of snooker, you see a lot more of the pause at the back, just to help with that smoothness of stroke and transition from backwards to forwards motion. Obviously, when you come to the pool world and other cue sports, a little bit quicker transitions are there. But then again, sometimes you need a little bit more spice and everything nice into the cue ball, and maybe not as much accuracy. So I think that's kind of the trade-off you take there. I think some other events aside from just the U.S. Nationals, maybe rumors of a possible U.S. Open. We shall see, though. Not exactly sure what the USSA has in store, but hopefully growing the sport, getting more events out there will be awesome for us Americans over here.
You know what I like about an open event? Anybody can join it.
Exactly.
We can get some Canadians, some
Yeah.
Mexicans, some
Let's do it.
Guatemalans, some Brazilians.
Present North America. We might even get some Europeans to come over the water. Oh, Chris Robbins in the chat also. Saying, always so impressed with everything that comes out of Ox Billiards. Thanks for the beautiful stream and great commentary. Thank you, Chris. Shout out to Team Oregon player for the Northwest Cup, pool player. Really strong. Always at all the Western BCA events. And
There might have been a foul there because I think she hit the rest with the blue.
no, the red came around and hit the
Oh,
rest. Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit close. It came two cushions around, yeah. Bit of an awkward rest shot as well, but left her with hampered queuing.
Tell you that green is a nice spot to get behind.
This is looking like that's what she's aiming for. It's going to be a little bit short, though.
Getting behind the green would have been the bonus, but at least she's
Red to the left corner pocket. That way you can escape. Maybe a shot to nothing, but you might have to leave it if you hit it soft enough. So prioritizing, obviously, the safety behind brown, yellow, green. She might make this pot, but really she's playing the safety here. Gonna get behind blue, it looks like, for most of the pack. And I think there's an edge of this red below the black. It is an escape as well. Gonna be trying to do the same kind of safety once again. How's the line? Just tapped into the yellow. Very close to being maybe a little bit dangerous.
Predominantly a pool player,
Mm-hmm.
but she definitely was willing to give snooker a try last year. She enjoyed her experience. But, as things happen in life, things come up. So we wish Mary all the best. We're missing her. She's tuning in, but hopefully we can see her again next year. Looks like our defending champion Jamie Hunter has taken the first frame over Marion Poole. Just looking at some other matches in the room, and they're still in their first frame. So
Nice little dump shot here on this safety. Might see this cue ball being left on the top cushion here, maybe under the black. Realistically, as long as you cover this red by the pink, I think, is really the only aggressive shot that can be on. So, oh, stopped it to play a little tap shot. Okay.
yeah, looking at that last shot that Jaique had, safety seemed very tricky. So I think just Ngonyee going to run back to bulk.
Ooh, the line's going to be a little bit off. You need to hit that a little bit more angle there, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Little passageway, possibly.
You can get around the black, maybe. Yep, got around the black, but hit it a little bit thick. Awfully thin red now into this middle pocket.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like here?
I almost like maybe take if it can get past those two reds into the top right, but no, she's going for that thin cut that you described, Christian, and did it wonderfully.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a messy little table here. That red is open below the pink. Red on the right cushion, and then the one on the top cushion. I was going to come up with some good shot making here, ngonyee.
Nice screw shot there. Screw it a bit. I think she was trying to play for the red below the pink.
I think so, yeah. She definitely had her Wheaties this morning. She really got into that, yeah.
Chris Robinson watched her play all last year. The vest required dress code. I believe, yes, waistcoat is required for this event. So that being dress shirt, slacks, and vest.
You call them slacks too, I thought. But yeah, the dress code is definitely part of the culture with snooker. Like, you look at a golfer, they have to wear a polo shirt and khaki pants. You have a uniform when you play hockey, or a football jersey when you play football, or that's American football, even English football that over in North America we call it soccer. Sorry for making us, those English fans, cringe by saying the S word.
Excellent shot here, though. Is it pronounced Jaique? Jaique? Need to ask her. 8-1.
Yeah, as I understood, it's kind of like Jaique, that old sitcom actor, I think from old 227.
Gotcha.
But, this is the first time I've met Jaique, so it's with no disrespect we do are trying to pronounce you the best. And it looks like Jocelyn has taken a 1-0 lead in her match.
Top left corner of your screen right there with Vinit racking the balls. Red here. It's a big pot. Wow, excellent shot. Just a bit short of pace, but a great pot. Those are awfully tricky, at least.
More and more they'll get a feeling, and as we saw Jaique not screw back enough for the pink, and then ngonyee overscrewed for the pink. Those corrections will be made quite quickly in these players' minds, and they'll be fighting all weekend. There's a lot of good ranking points up there, and unfortunately with Rhiannon Evans, who's #1 in the world, didn't come over for this tournament, so there's potential to see a new #1 ranked player.
Yeah, these are official ranking points from what I understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't think it's maybe as much as a big event like the UK Open or anything, for example, but still ranking points are ranking points, so good opportunity here. And
For the game to keep growing, they need to come out to these different markets. I think talking to Matt Hewitt, he was telling me that last year they had 9 tournaments in 5 continents.
wow, that's impressive. Yeah, Australia was one I heard, and I think was there something in Thailand?
Thailand, obviously North America, where we were last year,
Mhm.
and then obviously Britain. So I don't think you can get onto all continents, because a snooker match in Antarctica would be a pretty tricky thing, that's for sure. But it could be fun. Maybe we could go to Antarctica someday. And
Appreciate it, Mike Garrett over in YouTube chat saying Ox here in Seattle starting to get some global recognition. We're here for the love of the sport, trying to grow it. And I think that is that the second time she's been hampered on that yellow. Bit unfortunate, but good safety play from ngonyee to force a few misses, but oh wow, tough bot there, and I think she's actually covered it. Looks awfully.
be in the way. There's a long red by that pocket, so she doesn't want to leave it on for ngonyee. So good to get behind that yellow.
Looks like he's gonna run into something. Nope, I think the pot is on. Big pot for this frame.
You
There it is.
Big pocket, nice little rub off that red. It's going to be a bit hampered.
Yeah, unfortunate actually to get that hampered on this ball because that was quite the shot.
Good to hear our friends are tuning in from South Carolina. Always great to see where everyone's tuning in from. You know, it's a global game, so we have friends all over this great world.
This is world-class snooker too. These are what, 4? We said 4 of the top 5 players right now in the ranking tour. Never thought I'd ever see that. Incredible.
Yeah, ngonyee is ranked 3rd in the world in the women's, and Mink is ranked #2 in the women's side, ranked 100 on the Pro Tour. And Bex Kenna, who's sponsored by Ox, she's #4 ranked on the women's side and has her pro card and has a ranking of 125. So she's a bit down the list there. I'm pretty sure she's a strong player and she'll climb higher there. And last year's champion, Jamie Hunter, is ranked 5th in the world on the women's side. So the caliber is there, and there's a lot of great local players that have come. And actually, we had Marianne McConnell, who will be coming up on the TV table, I think tomorrow, down from Canada. She actually was the 1984 World Championship runner-up to Mandy Fisher. So it's great to see Marianne back at the table. Great to see some Canadian influence. Hopefully so we can get some more Canadians come down. And if you're wanting to find any of the results in this great tournament, feel free to go over to snookerscores.net and just search out the U.S. Women's Snooker Open, and you can find all the scores, the brackets really up there, the group stagings that will lead into the brackets. Right now we're just in the first batch of matches here. It's day one of the WineCellars.com U.S. Women's Snooker Open 2023 live at Ox Billiards in the Emerald City of Seattle, Washington. It's David Byrne in the booth with Christian Youngers. I think there's going to be some other guests sprinkled out throughout the weekend. This is a great opening match here between two great Hong Kong players, with ngonyee and Jaique. Our referee, Dave Daly, is keeping everyone in check.
Yeah, great cue ball, I agree. Control. Nice little safety here. Putting the pressure back on. There's in pool. There is not currently I guess you would call it like an ELO-based rating system that's relative ranking. They do have an official ranking in the Pro Tour, but obviously that's like world ranking, kind of like how you would see in other pro events, and some amount of points for place or prize money, etc. is usually how it goes, and I think you can check that out on every player in this tournament is going to gain a ranking spot, I believe. So
great to hear. It might tempt maybe some of these Americans or the Canadian player maybe take a trip down under and go to the Australian Open. This looks nice.
oh yeah,
Very
excellent
nice done by
plays.
ngonyee. So referee Daly just hits.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was excellent shot there by Jaique. He didn't really leave anything on. There might be a little double here. Those are always a little bit tricky.
Trying to get to the same spot, it looks like. Good attempt there. Yeah, the cross double is the right shot here. It looks a good, decent line, just a little bit short of length. But getting on this bulk cushion is never a bad thing in this sport.
No, they say it's a thinking person's game. But you don't definitely want to be thinking about the bad stuff, and having that ball against the cushion makes it just a little bit fun.
Is it Louise? Are you talking about table Alex?
Yes. Over. Go to who that is over there. The Molina?
No, not Molina. No.
No.
Which tables?
Table Beck's over there.
Oh, table Bex. Believe it might be Kat.
Okay.
The one shooting now, yeah. Well, greetings from Germany. Dodev in the Dodev 26 over on YouTube.
I hope you got a good amount of coffee in you over there in Germany, because coming up at 1600, be about 4 p.m. local time here in Seattle, your very own German Diana Schuler, tournament director.
She's up on the live stream?
She'll be up on the live stream against sponsored own Bex Kenna. So that's going to be an interesting match to finish off day one.
Yeah, it's a highlight match for sure. This is an opportunity to close out the frame, I think, for ngonyee. And they're playing full 3 frames, right? So we're definitely going to see a third.
Yeah, as it always, a lot of the times, you know, as you see in the amateur game, as much as this is professional side as well, but we do have amateurs in it. A lot of it comes down to the colors. Very nice. I think she just let out a little breath there, just wanting that cue ball just to hold for the yellow, and it's right in her zeitgeist to take down and bury into the bottom of the pocket. So look at the scoreboard.
Should be clearance here, I think, on. This black is the only weird part, but looking like 20. Ooh.
Yeah, I wanted that green to really kind of force Jaique not to come to the table, because only one snooker is required with 27 in it and 25 on the table.
So maybe like too much angle actually for that shot. Just thinking about.
It's interesting because Jaique will, if she wants to take the frame, she's going to need that black at some point in time.
Yeah.
And if there was an angle that she could have just to break, unfortunately, I don't think she got the snooker there. And she's still, it's a tricky green for ngonyee. She's left it on.
I wonder how often she gets the joker on you. It was on.
See what you did there?
Yeah. Probably not too much, I guess, unless she's really around some obnoxious Americans like me or something like that. I don't know.
Hey, Kenny, thanks for tuning in from Seattle. Well, you know what? We're in Seattle. Admission is free to this event. So if you're in the area, feel free to come on down to Ox Billiards. We're here on 1432 Broadway Street in the Capitol Hill area of Seattle. And we're just getting started on this Wine Cellars U.S. Women's Snooker Open of 2023. So definitely pay us a visit. Well, Dudiv26, our friend in Germany, I believe, obviously, all these matches, once they do come completion, they will be uploaded on Ox's YouTube and Facebook page, so you can rewatch them. You may not be able to watch them live because that's going to be quite late into your Friday night, almost early Saturday morning over there in Deutschland, when we have your very own Diana Schuler on the TV table a little later this afternoon.
Yeah, you should be able to go to the live tab over on the YouTube channel, or I believe on the Facebook page, it'll just automatically be the most recent post. So go ahead, check it out.
Nice weight on your cue ball there, Jack. You just got it real tight to the top cushion.
That's a good attempt.
Yeah, ngonyee's not going to want to do anything with.
Chuck saying just be on the lookout. He said he might have seen a Just Stop Oil protester over on the streets in Seattle. I think we'll catch them before they get in here, that's for sure.
You forget we got Big Daddy Kane, Mike Dominguez in here, and if anyone's going close with any illegal substance towards his table,
Oh, we'll hear about it, that's for sure.
we might even see it if it's on the TV table, because we know these protesters always do like to make a scene for everyone.
It's really only pink to play behind on this. It's going to try to float the blue past the pink. The advantage of putting it down here is that you might be able to open up the black, which definitely play towards Jaique's favor.
I think if she goes cushion first. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Actually, that result was okay.
Might actually get the snooker here. Oh, gotten away with it? Is the fluke?
Yeah, sometimes that dreaded double kiss can be definitely dreadful, but it's very fortunate right there. ngonyee was.
It's a tough spot to be in. Black is not available. Only really one ball to hide behind, but with just one snooker, you have to be playing for these opportunities. This is going to be a pot available, though.
Should be the frame. Yeah, just where that pink is, it's out in the open. It's not. If it was near a cushion, that would be just a lot better. Should take a 2-0 advantage for ngonyee. But if Jackie's able to take the third frame, that she'll get out at least with 1 frame on the board, which could be very important as the tournament progresses. But pretty sure ngonyee wouldn't mind the whitewash 3-0 here. So that's frame 2 to ngonyee, and we'll be. Thanks for tuning in, Gary Orr, a great player up there in Canada. Is it all?
Wants a nice bump.
Mind being a bit thinner on it, but still a good long red.
Those long reds always make me a little nervous, just because you always have that risk of going straight into the pack and getting no black availability or anything. So I'd rather be on the black than on nothing. So it's a good safety here.
Mm-hmm. Get back onto that top cushion. Very tricky when you've got that cue ball close to a cushion and the length you have to go. Very nice. What a shot there.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
So yes, proving to be a great snooker there. As ngonyee has sacrificed 4 points, and Jaique is not going to put her back. She does have the option, but just how this red is sitting there and the black, and this, he's got to slow down. Look out for that middle pocket. Jaique gave a little swing dance.
Yeah, best you could do on that, I think. You have to play for this loose red into the left corner next.
The black's not tied up, so a few little reds for Jaique that you could chip away. With a little bit of lead, but in a little bit of time, she's going to have to go into the pack. She just got ahead of herself a little bit. It's a tough thing with this, the game. Your mind just races ahead as you can see a red, then you see your color, then another red color. It's just a world of possibilities, but sometimes if you take your mind off that first red, it can be disastrous. As Jaique might find out the hard way here. Hopefully we can get some good wide shots of more higher ranked women players. As you see, the only thing that is moving is that back arm. There's a good shot right there on our camera. Just watch ngonyee. Nothing is moving except that back arm just swiveling back and forth. popped up a little early on that shot, but it was all right.
Hit a little pacey too. She hit that hard, but I guess just playing for the loose red first. Makes sense. Always play for the loose reds when you can, and then run into the pack after you maximize your points. Not a bad strategy.
Yeah, she could slowly take this red into the top left corner, be on the black. She's playing with pace to come off the cushion. Very nicely done. Good angle on the black to get into the bunch here. So a little bit of luck on this shot, but it's there for her. Just didn't get the black. It's okay. No real easy starter there for Jaique. This goes back to what we were saying. Just watching your opponent rack up points, and there's not anything you can do. It's the only sport really out there. You're just watching your opponent slowly putting you into the grave, shall we say. Pace to get behind the pink. It's all right. Just trying to see where the route would be. The green, actually. Thinking that red kind of in the middle of the left side of the table.
Oh, went for the pot? Wow.
Very nicely done.
My boy.
These pockets are cut to professional standards. Our good friend and the great Simon Barker was in here a few weeks ago, just getting everything tuned up for this great championship. Discussed it there, a little raise of the hands to apologize. That's one of the pieces of etiquette that goes along with this game.
That's one way to approach it. Interesting. We got some elevated queuing here. It's a tough one. Oh, it's playing for the safety all the way. Wants that red to hold up. Yeah, not too bad. It's going to leave a pot on, though, into this left corner pocket. Wanted to screw that back behind.
Wow, very long pot. Teleport, I guess. Are we looking for the dim? Jim, that's clearly impossible. Or clearly illogical. As Mr. Spock would say all the time.
Unfortunate, though, that red did end up clogging up the blue. So now we're going to see another safety. Uh-oh, double kiss. Six gasking.
Pack that came out a few years ago by the BBC was a great production of the Alex Higgins and Steve Davis rivalry from the 80s. And Brendan Cooper actually has written a great book called Deep Pockets, a real philosophical book. I really enjoyed it. He is supposedly the best snooker player you've never seen. Unfortunately, back when he was trying to get on the pro circuit, Joe Davis was in charge, and it was kind of a closed kind of shop for various reasons. So Patsy actually had to hustle his way up and down England just to make money. A very, very nice guy. And sometimes you hear when someone says a hustler, you feel they might be a little bit shady or something like that. But no, he had time for everyone. When you were coming in the room, I know when Tony Mio and Jimmy White were first starting out, they met up with Patsy, and Patsy was just full of knowledge, really helping out those over 40 years, still on the tour. So 2 books, definitely check them out. You can find them pretty much anywhere where you get literature. You can get the old-fashioned way that are actual tangible books that can still help you kill those flies, or you can get it on an ebook. To say, Christian, these two ladies are not afraid of the long pots.
That's for sure.
Just like,
Just no fear, right? Just
no, they come and they just take it on. They just wonder if that might change. Obviously, you know, Ngonyee and Jaique are going to know that there is going to be some very lowering. Yes, Nigel. It's too bad that we didn't have Rianne over here, or we have the top 5 players, top 5 ranked players. This lovely tournament, but having 4 or 5 isn't too bad. And I'm on U.S. soil playing the great game of snooker. And obviously, Bex Kenna and Jamie Hunter were here last year. They battled it out in the final.
speaking of Mink, she is in the building now.
Put her name on the trophy, that's for sure.
Long pot attempt here. This is going to be a spicy one if it goes in. Oof. Great attempt. You always know if it ever just catches one of the points or rattles a bit. It was always...
Yep, left a mid to long pot here, obviously for ngonyee going from one side of the table to the other. Always a little bit more difficult. But they have no fear, as we've said, going for these long pots. And what you really want to do is, you know, when there's a lot more reds on the table, you want to cut the table in half, make it a 6x6 table, and just put some reds and blacks together to create a high score. Tough side pockets. It was a tough angle.
But absolute class, though, this match. Definitely.
That is correct. Yes.
Ooh.
1991 film, I think. It had almost like a martial arts masse shot, I believe. Tried a masse, maybe had like dug the cue into the table. It's 1991. That was a long time ago. We wouldn't have been able to do that in 91. This
Yeah.
kind of broadcast. So.
Fortunately, wasn't born yet either. So.
Oh, wow. The truth comes out. But it's really great for this game. I must admit, we have to thank the internet.
Oh, for sure.
Because I do remember when I was a young chap back in Canada, being able to watch some snooker on their sports network. But then all of a sudden it kind of disappeared. And it just really hasn't come back from mainstream sports entertainment. And North streams just really opens up the door. And well, not everyone's going to pick up a cue and play snooker, but, you know, there might be a few that might go, hey, I wouldn't mind giving this a try. I know Rihanna Evans has spoke highly of little girls back in England getting inspired. I think there's one great story that she heard of that a little girl was like, wow, I didn't know. We're getting away from the old feeling, you know. Obviously, the image of North America was a hustling scene, a smoke-filled room, dark atmosphere in these pool halls. But that's going of the dodo bird, shall we say. As things are changing, as these rooms are definitely becoming more family friendly. You know, obviously you can't smoke anywhere inside anymore, so that's kind of out of the way. And if we make it more open for like the whole family to come, have a good family, good things there, and that's what you guys are providing here at Ox, that's for sure. It's no nonsense. So local gal Jocelyn is leading 2-0 in her match. If you want all the scores, dated at Snooker. Jamie Miller is trailing. I believe that's Louise. 1-0. Louise Foster. She's got her dad coach in the room here. It's nice to see that Marissa is still maintaining a fun and enjoying it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, she just had a pretty nice placement. She played in the, I believe, BEF National Championships about couple weeks ago, I think. Pool tournament for, I believe, 14 and under, 18 and under, 22 and under, I think, events. And I believe she got third place on one of them against two dynamite pool players that are coming up as well. Two other ladies, Sophia Mast and the name, excuse me, Savannah Easton, Roadrunner Easton, and the Pink Dagger, Sophia Mast. So she ended up third in that tournament. So pretty good for showing up.
And yes, Samuel Lee turning in helps me with some great work back there in Canada in our events that we have in the Vancouver area. We've got one local referee, Mr. Dave Daly, and then Vineet Desanin. Thank you very much. Vineet has made...
He's the roaming ref right there in the middle. Top of your screen.
True. And all four star tables are at Ox. Beautifully maintained. Beautiful long pot there by ngonyee.
Wow. Excellent long pot, yeah.
And Chuck, yes, we were around when Luca Bassel was in there here. And you know what I noticed with Luca? It's very interesting. It seems like when he heard the pot go down, that's when he lifted his head.
Mm-hmm.
He kept his head down very deliberately for quite a long time.
Yeah, Luca Bassel, absolute class. Super nice guy as well. Amazing event.
Definitely nice and humble too. You know, you think, well, you wouldn't know it because he doesn't feel like he has that air about him. He just comes in and is very appreciative of all the work. And really happy to see that there's a great community out here supporting the game. And as I tell him, so you got a Canadian in your corner. Sorry, Brits, but you know, you guys got a lot of players to cheer for. Ooh.
No fluke there. Tough pot. So a big miss there from ngonyee because she might be giving away this frame depending on the opportunity remaining. This is a chance, I think, for it to take the last frame.
And lower angle on that yellow. She's got a really good cue ball there, but did it quite nicely.
Yeah, excellent speed.
So this would be kind of in a group of three. We'll see. You know, Francis could be a wild card that really could give these other two Hong Kong players a run for their money.
Now, we have two players advancing from each group? Is that right?
Correct, yes. There's 4 groups, 2 players advance, as we'll have the knockout round, I believe, will start maybe the first round of the quarterfinals tomorrow afternoon. And then potentially the semis and finals on Sunday.
Okay.
Definitely take a look at snookerscores.net. That's where you can find the schedule, results of all the matches here. Oh. As we like to say, where's that DeLorean? Jack, you wanted to go back in time. That was a red.
This edge. Yeah. Is there an edge of this?
It's tough from us here. Oh, and he was able to strike it.
How's the speed on this? Is the length there? Oh, I think pot might be on.
Well, everyone getting the action. I think even some spectators are taking a look.
Big pot here for this frame. Blue and pink out in the open. Oh, managed to overcut it actually.
Yeah, there's no real trouble ball. Brown is rise if ngonyee tries to get behind the black here.
How's the line and length on this?
I'll take that.
What she wants to do here. 2 cushions coming behind the brown. Stop the cue ball dead in its tracks. Hit it as full as possible. But just a world-class shot from ngonyee there.
Oh, just missed it.
Yeah, no contact, right?
Oh, cannons into the blue, so a 5-point penalty there.
But benefit of this one is that you do get a.
Jaique just wants to make the correct shot, not to just leave this brown easily on for ngonyee.
This looks a lot closer. Oh, actually, no. It looked like the spin wasn't there.
Now it goes to the pink. I think this will be coming back for sure. Blue's just a bit of a pain. That's what's great about this sport too. Referee and player both, talking together just to get the placement correctly back.
Yeah, it looks actually really close.
It is a tough job, definitely being the referee. You've got to keep your attention. When the one player will be sitting in the chair, they can rest and think about other things. The referee has to be on all the time. Last attempt. Proves to be a good one.
Where's the brown going to end up? Oh, just passed? Oh, no.
Bad hit off that horn right there. Just slid a little bit. It would be all right, but this looks like a frame clearing chance for ngonyee to take this match 3-0.
Yeah, perfect on this blue. Painful few fouls there.
So yeah, we will be after this match stepping aside for just a few moments, but we'll be coming up with our next match of Mink Nucharat against Marissa Du. That should be a fantastic match here, but here ngonyee strikes first. She takes a 3-0.
Hope you guys like this my Snooker King 125 videos. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my more other videos.
Okay, let's go.